Hello everyone, it's Droid Man, and welcome back to basically another version of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cross Kingdom Hearts. I believe I called it Yu-Gi-Oh! Hearts. Last time we did this, we basically only covered the first Kingdom Hearts game. We decided to go for another expansion on covering another Kingdom Hearts game, that being Chain of Memories. But before I even tackled Chain of Memories, you may have noticed when I did do all these cards that I have on this list, I never covered any of the final mix cards because I didn't want to overload the person that I was doing a collab with this for. Because of that, after that, I decided to get the final mix cards in, essentially being support for a lot of other archetypes or deck styles. For example, we got Giga Shadow, which involves the shadows. We have some monsters that are basically having special gimmicks. And we just have some that just outright might be broken or something. Unfortunately, I also added it in both a Destroyed Behemoth and Arc Behemoth, but unfortunately they're going to be unusable for reasons we explain later. There's also other cards like the Neo Shadow, Pink Agaricus, Red Armor, basically supporting the Armor series, not to be related to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Armor series, and a lot of other spell and trap cards relating to stuff that was only available in Final Mix. I did my best to try to figure out stuff for that, but we also decided to go for Chain of Memories, which only gave us like 4 monsters and a whole lot of spell and trap cards. As you can see, I had a lot of fun doing this. This will change up the format from what we did with the first set. There was supposed to be another set, but we never really got to it. But hopefully something like that will work. But let's get into my deck, because I do want to explain one monster, and I am using that monster in that deck. So the deck that we're running this time, it's basically the Armor series. Essentially, I have all 3 pieces for Guard Armor and Opposite Armor, plus Red Armor being support. I also brought in cards like Crescendo, Stealth Sneak, and basically Pink Agaricus just for getting these cards more into my hand. I also have stuff like Teeming Darkness and essentially some burn cards, but Encounter Plus to allow something to be more good. I do have cards like Warpinator to get rid of any problem cards because, oh boy, that was a problem last time. And yeah, basically a lot of my trap cards are basically to stop stuff. And we actually do have an extra deck. As in the first set, we did actually had Guard Armor and Opposite Armor, but with the current format, it wasn't very viable. With this format, it is now viable to play Guard Armor and Opposite Armor. Heck, when I presented this deck list to Chu, they were also going to be trying to play an Armor deck, so... But another card I do want to explain, I do want to give credit to a person here. I was trying to figure out, how in the world do I do nobodies? And honestly, my friend Dark had the best solution. Basically, they said just murk them. I had no idea what that means. But from what they explained to me, is basically killing off stuff. But in another game, not Chain of Memories, you are collecting hearts for what the nobodies are doing. So the gimmicks for the nobodies, and if I decide to do this again and put in more nobodies, is banishing certain amount of monsters from your deck. As you can see, I have made Spectre broken here, so there's going to be a lot of use for that card. But some of those with Eagle Eye views might just see why do some of these cards have a limited sign? Well, I'm going to cut to Chu so they can explain that to you.
Hello, once again, March Capri. I am your co-host today, Chu The Woop, also known as the ChuCast, here with Kingdom Hearts Yu-Gi-Oh! 2025 ban list. Last time I explained PSCT to you, but to real quick remind you and jog your memory, PSCT is a structure in which Yu-Gi-Oh! Builds card effects. Something like Shadow needs to have certain clauses, restrictions to make the card work. But this time we're here with a ban list. A ban list is a tool that Yu-Gi-Oh! Uses to curb the power level of a format and also to push new product. In this format, we will be doing much the same as a lot of the cards from last year were a bit too much. And also, it's a good thing to kind of move some of the old out and allowing the new cards to thrive and prosper. So, the ban list works off of a 0, 1, and... The ban list works off of a 0, 1, 2, 3 kind of restriction. Cards can be banned, which means you can't play any copies in your deck. They can be limited, which means you can only play 1 copy. And they can be semi-limited, which means you can only play 2 copies. So, starting off with our banned section, we have a couple of really strong cards. Stuff like MP Haste and Spellbinder promotes this sort of hyper-consistency aspect, where you're able to see whatever spell card in the game you want to see at any given point, because you have upwards of 9 copies of that spell card. So those cards kind of need to go, because we really don't want to see any sort of just spell in the game get too good. Keyblade of Heart is another big thing to get banned. The best strategy last year was literally just summon big guy. And Keyblade of Heart is this imperative element to this reanimator big guy strategy. And it kind of just needs to go because it promotes unhealthy deck building and gameplay choices. Some of the monsters banned this year feature Behemoth, Behemoth is just so good. If a monster on your field leaves, if it's destroyed by card effect, you just get this 3500 beat stick that is really hard to beat over in battle, and if your opponent removes it by card effect, destroys all monsters your opponent controls. It's really unhealthy for a format like this, where it's almost impossible to attack over, and we really want our removal options to stick and to do something. As for Black Fungus and Green Requiem, they're banned for much similar reasons. They're really hard to remove, neither can really be destroyed by battle, and even Green Requiem can't be destroyed by spell effects, which is where a lot of our good removal lies. So these cards are really gummy and hard to remove, and we'd rather just not have to deal with cards like this moving into a new format. Lastly, Sonic Blade it's really good. Being able to just destroy all monsters your opponent controls, no condition, no nothing, it's really good. You could maybe get away with it at 1 copy, but then it becomes this really sacky card that you don't want your opponent to have. And for those of you who don't know, Saki is a Yu-Gi-Oh! trading card game turn of a one of that your opponent draws, and it just feels really, really bad. But that is the banned section. You are no longer allowed to play these cards in this format. And along with that, we have a couple limited cards. A lot of limited cards. These are cards that aren't inherently broken and need to be removed from the format, but are way too good at 3 copies. Something like Barrel Spider has a 1-to-1 with Yu-Gi-Oh! Exiled Force was a really strong normal summon back in like Goat format. You'd normal summon it, destroy a monster on the field. That card was limited for quite a bit of time, and Barrel Spider being this really good monster-based removal, I like him. I like Barrel Spider, but he's a bit too much at 3 copies. We do want our monsters to kind of stick on the board, which is also why Aerial Sweep is getting limited. It's really cool. Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't have this inherent, no-cost, target a monster and destroy it as a spell card. I really like this card. Way too much at 3 copies. Stealth Sneak is a very interesting card. Being able to protect a monster you control by battle, redirect an attack into it, is really, really strong. And having it at like 3 copies means that you really can't destroy monsters by battle. It is really, really tough to do so, because your opponent is most likely going to have the Stealth Sneak in hand. Moving on, High Jump and Treasure Magnet are these very analogous to something like Upstart Goblin in Yu-Gi-Oh! Up until very recently, Upstart Goblin was limited because of the philosophy of, if you're building a deck, why wouldn't you put something like Upstart in? You get to play a 39 card deck instead of a 40 card deck, which is very good for your consistency. Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks want to be very consistent. While this format is a lot slower, having a hyper consistent deck means you're more likely to win over your opponent. High Jump does force you to discard a card, but there are a lot of strategies in even this format that, want a piece, a monster in the graveyard. You do get to play a more consistent deck by having the 1 High Jump and the 1 Treasure Magnet, but it's not as egregious. The second wind is Monster Reborn. But you can only target a monster in your graveyard. Monster Reborn, limited. It has been for a while, and while this card is definitely bannable in this format, there's really not anything too crazy you can summon off of this consistently, and I think this card is fine at 1 copy. Counterattack is a very strong trap card. It's probably, if not definitely, the best battle trick within the format. Being able to just pop a monster that is attacking, really good. Then you have the 2 limits that sort of ear onto the side of, we're doing this because we want you to play new cards. Guard Armor and Opposite Armor are very strong fusion monsters, built around a strategy from the first set of cards that, going into a new format, could very well be the best thing to be playing, but we'd rather you play some of the new cards, play something else that's being introduced in this set of cards. So that is the ban list for 2025. And with that, I think I'll go over my deck super duper quickly. Here is my strategy for this year. It's the FTK. It's a burn strategy that likes to sort of stall out the game and use a lot of the new hyper consistency pieces Royd put in the format to dig through the deck and eventually find as many burn spells as possible. Something like Faraga Ball deals 1,000 to the opponent. Something like Barrage flings one of your monsters at your opponent, and you're just trying to find these burn spells to eventually kind of whittle your opponent down, and generally end the game with something like Blazing Donald, which banishes all your spell cards in your graveyard, and then burns your opponent. So that's my strategy. I don't think it's the best thing to be playing this format. I do think something like the armor stuff is the best thing to be playing. With the introduction of something like red armor, that deck becomes really consistent and really annoying with the fact that the armor pieces are so good. So, I thought I'd play something interesting. We're gonna try to FTK Voidman, but without further ado, let's get right on into the games and not waste any more of your time.
Okay, Chu, are you ready for round 2?
I'm ready to get 17 more cards from the deck I play banned.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, I realized with this pack set, I put a lot of spell cards. There was meant to be another pack that was supposed to be included, but we never got to it.
There were like 4 monsters total.
Okay.
Okay. And this was a very non-linear list. It's gonna start by dashing.
Oh,
I'll
no.
pitch one.
I'm so glad there's no Exodia deck in this.
I'm gonna pitch White Mushroom. Then I'm gonna dash again.
Well, I see what's heading up on the ban list.
I'm gonna pitch Oathkeeper, which triggers to add Oblivion to hand. I'm gonna activate Draw to put back one of these dashes. Draw a card. I'm gonna just do it again.
Oh my goodness.
I'm realizing I probably shouldn't have done it that way. I think I could do that, but that's not really worth it. I guess we'll take it slow then. For a normal Pot Scorpion. That one. And pass.
Okay, my turn. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Okay, let's see what I can do here.
No good.
Ooh. Okay, so I'm first want to activate the field spell Teeming Darkness.
Okay.
Then I'm going to activate Faraga Ball.
Sure, I'll take it.
Let's see here. I'm gonna first normal summon Crescendo.
Sure.
Using its effect, I can special summon one level 4 or lower monster from my hand. So I'll special summon
Sure.
Red Armor.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, using Red Armor's effect, I can search my deck for an Armored Torso, Gauntlets, or Hammerlings.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's bring... you know what, let's bring this to hand.
Yeah, I was just gonna play these cards, but then you sent me your list that included these cards. I'm like, I gotta find something else.
Yeah, it's like,
So I've built Yu-Gi-Oh's worst FTK.
Yep. By the way, I still have a second normal summon, so I will normal summon
Mm-hmm.
Caprice!
I see. Okay.
And I will end turn.
Stand by. Everything gets a poison counter.
Oh, hi, Pot Scorpion. I didn't realize that it was you.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. That's a really rough draw.
Yeah, monsters lose 500 attack for each poison counter on it.
What an annoying draw.
Also, the reason why I don't recognize
to
Pot
double
Scorpion.
slate.
What? Oh, double slate.
Double slate.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna target draw, and I'm just gonna put one back.
Okay. So yeah, the reason why I didn't recognize Pot Scorpion is because usually it has claws and a tail.
I see. I mean, you can negate one of my attacks, which is annoying.
Which is a good way to destroy that Pot Scorpion, so that's good.
I may have to do it this way, but... Yeah, I mean, I can't really let you get all pieces into rotation immediately. I'm on normal white mushroom.
Okay. Wait. What?
I'm gonna attack with a hammer, essentially.
Oh,
I need this to do that.
Okay, I see what you're doing.
I'm gonna activate Oblivion.
Okay.
There's effect, banishing the other field spell. All my monsters get buffed by 1,000 until end of turn.
Oh yeah, probably should do that. Is basically make sure.
Battle.
The what? Oh yeah, battle phase. So I know you're planning on attacking hammer legs.
Yeah. I'm gonna do white mushroom into hammer legs to force the negate.
Yeah, I have to negate.
And then we are going to... I know you have armored torso in hand, so... an armor just being on one. It's annoying. I do have to kill the red armor to prevent it from adding another piece.
I lose 1,800 for that.
I'll move to my end phase and pass.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. So I'm gonna bring both hammer legs and Crescendo to defense mode.
Sure.
I'm gonna use Crescendo's effect.
Okay.
To special summon Armored Torso onto the field in defense mode.
Sure.
And I will set a monster.
Okay.
Oh yeah. That was all done in my main phase. And I will end my turn.
Stand by main. Okay. What do I... How much damage do I have on board with this? Oh, I have lethal, I think. I'm gonna activate Oblivion. Banish one of the spells. All my monsters get buffed.
Okay. Yeah, this is...
I'm gonna activate Combo Finish target Hot Scorpion to deal you 28.
Okay.
I'm gonna double slate target Combo Finish, then target Pot Scorpion again to deal another 28.
Ouch. That's
And then fling the Pot Scorpion at your face for the rest of it.
Okay.
This is Yu-Gi-Oh's worst FTK, baby!
Okay.
The only reason I'm playing monsters is I need things to fling at your face.
Okay.
Game 2 time! Let's go game 2!
Yeah, let me hit the beat. Okay.
Yeah.
Time for game 2. And I am honestly gonna go first.
Let's go! I love FTKing my opponent on turn 7!
Okay. Now I'm glad I actually have the cards that I have in my deck, so... I'm gonna set 2 cards face down.
Okay.
I'm gonna normal summon the Crescendo,
Sure.
and use its effect to special summon the Hammerless.
Okay. Sure.
And I will... Yeah, I'll end my turn there.
Stand by me. Dash.
Okay.
Draw 2. Pitch. Oblivion. Oblivion effect. We're gonna add copy of Oathkeeper. And then I'm going to activate draw. Put Oblivion back in the deck. And draw 1. Well, interesting. Okay. 2 back rows annoying.
Here's the problem is, like, I have no idea what cards are in your deck, but I gave you my deck list, so you know every card that's in my deck.
No, I didn't use that to, like, counter draft or anything. I'm gonna double slate target dash.
Okay.
Draw 2, discard 1, trigger Oathkeeper to add Oblivion. Okay. Well, that is unfortunately where it all stops, which is annoying.
That's good for me.
Yeah, I imagine. So I'm gonna set 1. I do need to. Set 2 and 3, go ahead.
Did you set the Oblivion?
Yeah, I set a field spell, what the fuck about it?
Okay.
What are you gonna do? Activate MST?
I don't have that, but you know what? I do have a Bandit.
Sure.
And then I'm going to use Crescendo's effect to special summon Hammerlay. Oh, so I'm just going to bring Crescendo to defense mode.
Man, I'm really not attacking. Okay.
Okay. Battle phase. I am about to attack it to something annoying, but I'm going to attack it to it regardless because Bandit has 2 attacks. So Bandit, attack!
I'm gonna white mushroom, add dash back to hand.
Okay.
And then
my
11, 17.
Gotta make the attacks official.
True.
Okay. And I will... Yep, and I will end my turn.
Well, I was never getting to resolve an attack this turn anyway, so I'll forego my battle phase. I jump, draw one, discard one. We're going to discard a Shadow Sora.
Hey, it's a card that I tried to use last time.
Dash, draw two, pitch one. I'm gonna discard a White Mushroom. Okay. I'm gonna Baraga Ball twice.
Ow
For
and
2K.
ow. Oh, blasted, you can recover both of those next turn.
Yeah. I just gotta survive till next turn.
So which means you need a defensive monster.
We're gonna summon Shadow Sora and activate its effect.
Okay.
I'm gonna summon Anti-Sora. This is a big guy.
Oh, how many...
I want to summon a token.
Wait, how did the world
Set
doesn't...
one,
Oh.
and then go ahead.
Now I have to figure out how to get past that thing.
Yeah, so the entire idea of this deck is this is the big bungus you're supposed to summon to just like fling at your opponent for a lot of damage.
Oh, okay.
He's just the easiest big dude to summon.
I'm gonna set a card.
Sure.
I'm gonna bring my hammer legs to defense mode.
Sure.
Go to my battle phase.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like... I think can I attack the token, right? Yeah, I can attack the token.
Yeah. I'm gonna counterattack that.
Okay, goodbye, bandit.
There will be no banditoing on my token.
Okay then, I will end my turn.
Stand by name. Really not what I wanted to draw. Oh, instead, like, do I want to... Yeah, in standby, I'll use one of them, at least.
Okay. Oh, I see what you're doing.
I'm gonna Faraga Ball for 1,000.
That way next turn you can still get both of them.
Well, it's also that the cards in my hand are pretty valuable.
Oh.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, hold up. I have to do some math real quick.
Okay.
It's close. Okay. Then I think I'm just gonna pass.
Okay then. Okay. So I'm gonna bring both my hammer legs into attack mode.
Sure.
And the crescendo into attack mode.
Sure.
And I'll normal summon Armored Torso onto the field.
Okay.
I'll activate my trap card, Warpinator. Goodbye, Anti-Sora.
Dang,
Oh, wait. Banish one monster. I can't use this on you.
It doesn't target.
Oh, okay.
No, Warpinator doesn't target, so it can banish.
Okay.
It's annoying. Um.
Which means time for battle phase.
True.
Crescendo will attack your token. Which
Alright.
means...
I'll take 8, 11.
Okay. I'll end my turn.
Stand by. I'm gonna pitch Oathkeeper and I don't. Yeah, I just can't get there. I think. I guess it depends on what I draw off of that. I'll add both Faraga balls back to hand.
Okay.
I activate double Faraga ball for 2,000.
1,000.
Treasure magnet to draw one.
Oh no.
It's 11 plus 9. I'm short.
Oh, thank goodness.
I'm gonna summon Pot Scorpion and pass, I guess.
Okay.
And just kind of... Oop, I get one more turn. Because if I get that one last turn, I do win.
You know what? I'm going to activate the spell card. Counter plus.
Sure.
And honestly, because I know what you're about to do, I am going to get all my monsters to defense mode.
I that's not going to matter. Your monsters matter not.
Yeah, I know.
For I will just fling damage over them.
I will end my turn.
Yeah, pass your turn so I can win this duel. I'm gonna discard one of these Pot Scorpions for Faraga Ball. Then I'm going to discard this Barrage for Faraga Ball.
Okay. Oh, I see what you're doing.
I literally just added the same card again. Then I'm going to Faraga Ball to deal you 1,000 points of damage.
Okay.
Then I'm going to Faraga Ball to deal you 1,000 points of damage.
Okay.
And Roidman, how many spell cards do I have in my graveyard?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think I counted correctly.
Our favorite wizards going to finally be useful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1,200 damage. FTK, FTK, FTK.
Autolot!
No!
With this, I do not lose the duel! I retain 100 life points and I take no damage till the end phase!
Dang.
Oh, thank goodness I had that.
Ooh, okay. Well, I'm forced to pass here.
I just need to draw. I just need to draw the arms.
Any burn spell will win you the game off the top.
I don't. Even if I draw fire
You
on
better watch out. Any burn spell wins me the game.
Yeah, I know. I'm afraid. I'm gonna have to set a card.
Even another copy of Blazing Donald. Notoriously the worst burn spell in the deck.
I'm gonna end turn.
Stand by main. And guess what, Royd Man? How many spell cards do I have in my graveyard?
No, not
It's
again.
enough. I win this duel.
GG, Chu.
Haha. You cannot beat those Yu-Gi-Oh's worst FTK.
Also, just because I'm curious. Blast it! That would have gotten me guard armor!
This was a silly deck I thought of. I was like...
Yeah, so... Yeah, that's basically with all the new spell cards and trap cards essentially added to the pack. Thank you to the March Caprice staff for allowing us to do this again. Thank you, Chu,
the entire idea of the deck was to...
Yeah, thank you, Chu, for getting these cards all set up together as well. Also, I might as well just take a good look at this deck. Yeesh, that's a lot of draw card power.
FTK. 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 Yeah, the entire game plan of the deck was to try and dig through your deck to find enough burn spells to win.
Yeah. And for my game plan was just to get guard
and
armor
also
out
just
quickly.
like the deck, the investment for the burn stuff isn't that high, so in the side deck, I'm playing the armor stuff because I can just, whenever I feel like it, I can side into a deck that actually plays the game.
Yeah. So, for those that are basically watching all the March Caprice videos, go over to the next person's video when it gets linked into the auto chat into their next video. Give them a lot of praise. For anyone that watches this channel regularly,
And make sure to spam their chat with FTK, FTK, FTK.
Yeah, do that. But for those who watch my channel regularly, until next time, another video.